Alrighty, this next video is about shoreline vegetation. This is the Westerfields. Oscar is a board member. He once complained to me just within the past year about his shoreline vegetation. And you can see that's called torpedo grass. And he's one of the board members pushing for using our lake funds for shoreline vegetation. Well, unfortunately, chemicals do not touch the torpedo grass. So he still has the same amount, actually more torpedo grass than he had before. And you see a little bit of hydrilla there in front of his dock. And even though I rarely ever see him on the dock, he still wanted to spray it anyway. And of course, that will mostly die off in the next month or two as the cooler weather comes. It's kind of cyclical or whatever. It does come out a little heavier in the summer months, but then in the winter months it dies back all by itself. And this, by the way, as you can see, this water clarity isn't very pretty. It used to be like 10 to 12 feet visibility, but since they've taken out so much vegetation with the chemicals and they want to take out even more, this is what happens. You lose your visibility because the algae take over, and the vegetation uses up the nutrients that come into the lake. Then the algae die off and your water becomes crystal clear again. So the vegetation is very important in keeping our water clarity. It also obviously is a fish habitat. You know, the shoreline is not just where the vegetation starts, but it's also a cover for small birds and fish. And it's just a disaster when people do it needlessly. I'll finish this in a moment.